Good morning, y'all, and welcome. Today is going to be a great day. I am home at the Criver, which is my campground here in Moyers, Oklahoma, and we are getting ready to throw a big party because October 5th, we are breaking the world record, the largest parade of Harley Davidsons the world has ever seen. Leading up to that, I am doing 30 videos in 30 days, and today is yet another daily video where I'm just gonna be taking y'all along, and we're gonna be doing some pretty cool stuff today. It's gonna be a busy day, and I'm excited to have y'all coming along with me. Hope you enjoy seeing a little bit of backstory to what my life entails. Some of the stuff sometimes you don't see in between the videos. These 30 videos are kind of forcing me to share things with you that normally I just kind of do on the back end, and then boom, you see something come out. You don't see necessarily all the work that goes into it. We also share the goings on, if you will, of the campground, the animals, the parties, the people. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you are watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please go to my YouTube, Adam Sandoval, and hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. We are going to be shooting some videos for what is really one of the largest companies I've ever worked with. And I'm trying to pick out what motorcycle to shoot with today, and I think I'm gonna go with my 2017 Harley Davidson. But this is a big video I'm shooting with them, and I think a fairly decent production with like real production people, not just me. So you guys will see a little bit of behind the scenes. But before they get here, in just about an hour, I wanna get this bike washed up a little. Let's just start with cleaning my bike. And for those of you who know me, don't judge me. I normally don't wash them, but today I'm washing. This is my 2017 Harley Davidson Road Glide. After selling everything I owned, including my house, my cars, my other motorcycles, furniture, art collection, everything, I jumped on an old 1996 Harley Davidson to become the first person to ever ride to all the Harley Davidson dealerships in America. It was like a 20-month run, maybe a little bit more, like I think actually like 22 months. And it took me 88,000 miles coast to coast, something like 14 times. It was hard. I rode through snow, extreme heat. You know, to ride that long without ever going home, 88,000 miles in one trip was really big. I mean, it was hard. But in the end of it all, after hitting 702 Harley Davidson dealerships, I had brought thousands of people through the front doors of Harley Davidson. I had shown their company and their lifestyle and the fun of riding these motorcycles. And along with all of that, I raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity along the way. And when it was all said and done, Harley Davidson said, listen, you brought so many people through our front door, you showed our brand to so many people for absolutely free on your own dollar. We are gonna give you a brand new 2017 Harley Davidson Road Glide. And this is the bike that I picked out. I've had a lot of modifications to it since then, so why don't I talk to you through some of my modifications while I'm washing it. I gotta say, showing the motorcycle world and those travels and all the fun adventures in cities and people to everybody, showing and sharing people the fun you can have on motorcycles was a very gratifying thing. Maybe not as gratifying as the money I raised for charity, but certainly number two was sharing with everybody out there on the internet all the rad things you can do on a motorcycle and how this culture can really change your life. It really was a big, big piece of what we did in that tour. So of course on the trip, for those of you that followed know, my pal Scooter, my dog, he rode with me most of it. As of late, he's gotten a little bit older and he's been dealing with some different issues with health, and he hasn't been able to deal with the heat so much. So he hasn't got to ride as much as he used to. But, you know, now he's soaking up some AC and enjoying a little downtime because, well, after being homeless and living on our motorcycle for nearly 4 years, we finally have a house here at that campground I was telling you about. See, after the trip was done, I also made a deal with Harley Davidson when they gave me this bike that they needed to give me 8 more motorcycles, and I rode around the country giving those motorcycles to veterans free of charge. It was some pretty exciting work that I was pretty happy about as well. Then after that, man, things started just exploding for me. My numbers started growing on social media. I started inventing things that I thought would make motorcycling easier, like these magnetic sunglasses I made with Epic Eyewear. You can just stick them to your tank when you're taking your helmet on and off. Along with custom touring seats that make it just a little bit more comfortable on the road. Floorboards and some other products. I started aligning with the major motorcycle production companies to help bring my experience of all that time living off of the back of a motorcycle to the industry and help hopefully make some products just a little bit better to make motorcycling just a little bit more fun for all of us, right? Now, while I got this nice new motorcycle now, when I started, I was on a 1996 Electra Glide Standard. 80 cubic inch engine, 5-speed transmission. Not the ideal motorcycle for touring the country, something that big. Now that I've got this newer model motorcycle, I've been able to get some products that really do make a difference on the road and work with some companies that I found reputable and consistent. So you'll find a lot of those products right here on this bike. Let's take a look at my lighting. See this front headlight? Either side of it, I got some LEDs. There, here, let me turn the key on for you. LEDs on the blinkers as well for my running light. Got these highway boards. These are actually my ASR highway boards. Custom imprinted jug plates there. You'll see on top of my engine with my logo on them. I've been trying some different handlebars. I haven't had much success. So if you've been watching my channel and not seeing me on this bike much, it's because these handlebars are actually hurting me. I've got a shoulder and frankly a neck injury too I haven't shared with y'all. And the bars have been making it difficult for me. But I got some new bars coming out that I think may help. This here is my custom Asr Gel Seat that I made with Zero. Speaking of Zero 3D, take a look at these back ends. You see that lighting? I can't tell you how important rear lighting is. This is the bag blades and the filler panel inserts and the LED bag extension. All products Zero 3D is putting out. So many accidents I see happen from the rear end. This right here makes a difference. And of course my newest addition is this Legend suspension. It's a removable reservoir, 100% adjustable right on the back end. This stuff right here is some of the highest technology you can have, making the ride as comfortable as it can possibly be on these Harley-Davidson touring models. Of course, besides all that, I had to do some performance upgrades like this engine. It started out a 107, but it's a 114 now with the Screaming Eagle heads. Thunder Max tuner, D&D 2-in-1 exhaust, and a red shift cam. It really has created a performance. This 114 from the 107 with those parts will actually outrun a new 114 factory by a long shot. Now, I am a firm believer in a statement that is, if you have time to clean, you have time to lean. Basically meaning, if you got time to sit down and wipe your bike, you could be riding your bike leaning it into corners, right? This is an exception because, like I said earlier in the video, I am working with a company that, I'm super excited to be working with. As soon as we're done washing here, I'll catch you up to speed on who they are. Let's just get this thing washed. Now, this is not a quality wash job, if you will, but I'm just knocking the dust off, so at least it looks somewhat presentable on camera. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put links to all the companies in the description below for you so that if you're interested in any of them, you can find them easily. This is Scooter. Scooter's my riding partner through the entire dealership tour. Scooter's got about 200,000 miles on the back of a motorcycle. He listens really good, he's a good dog, and he's a heck of a rider. Can you sit for me, please? Thank you, sir. Probably more miles than any other dog out there for sure. Another thing we got on the market is a little bobblehead of Scooter and I. This one you can get on our website, Adam Sandoval Rides, and it's just, you know, little Scooter and Adam bobblehead saying, hey, get out there and ride. I can't tell you, hundreds of people have bought their first Harley Davidsons because of inspired rides with this little guy and our channel. And to me, that is probably the second most important work I've done in the last decade of my life. So today we're working with a company that I'm pretty excited to announce, and that company is Chevron. And they're gonna be here today. We're gonna be filming some videos and some content. It's about maintaining the inside of your engine. While I don't think it's important to keep your bike clean, I do think it's important to keep it running. And these products here have proven technology to help keep it running, and all you do is just pour in your gas. So they're sending in a crew that are arriving today here, and we're gonna be filming at my campground, the River. We're gonna be talking about Chevron, power sports, and small engine fuel system treatment. It's kind of really exciting. It's a big, big relationship for me to have, and I'm very grateful that companies like this see the value in working with me. And I get a little nervous every time I shoot with like these big productions, well, because I'm used to just talking to y'all through this camera like this. So it's a big difference, isn't it, Scooter? Huh? You want to get down there and run, don't you? Come here, give me some kisses, boy. Oh, that's a good boy. Boy, okay, come on. Come on. Come on down here. Good boy. There you go, partner. He spent so much time on the motorcycle and in and out of dealerships. It's nice now that he gets to just kind of be a dog. I know some of you really miss seeing him in the videos, but for me, it feels good to let him just be a dog a little bit more than what he was while on the road. All right, so the Chevron marketing team is over there. They've just arrived here at the camp. Just sat down, kind of talked about what for the shoot. So it looks like we're gonna do some interviews. We're gonna get up, get some road shots riding. But right now, they just kind of want to see the treehouse. Now we're gonna do the interview section of this filming, and I'm sure I'm gonna mess it up real good for them. The moment I became part of that motorcycling culture out there on the road was huge for me. The real thing that stands out to me is you forget about your daily stresses. Okay, so that, my friends, is how those interviews work. A little bit stressful for me. They always make me a little bit nervous. I'd much rather record just talking with y'all on the camera. Now, we get to actually ride some motorcycles. Let's go. And I had to change my shirt and my hat for that matter if you want to show your American moto pride. You can find it on my website, AdamSandovalRides.com. But I had to change it all because this shoot was in extremely high temperatures, in the high 90s, and it's a bunch of stop and go with, you know, taking and retaking. A lot of times, y'all, it is a constant struggle. You gotta go back and forth down the road multiple times just to get the right shot, to get the right angle, to put the helmet on, take the helmet off. And when you're out there on that blacktop, sitting on top of basically a boiler, sitting still without any wind hitting you, inside that helmet with the heat baking on you, it can get pretty extreme, but it's all worth it. I'm not complaining. I absolutely love what I get to do for a living. I'm absolutely blessed that anybody cares to see about my life and what's going on. And heck, if it gets a little tough sometimes, well, it's no different than anybody else and their job. I've yet to find any job that's easy. If none of you have ever been on a photo shoot like this before, it's pretty interesting. And you know, I took a few shots while we were out there just so y'all could see kind of behind the scenes and what goes into shooting a video like this. I won't have the finished product till they're done. I'm not the one producing it, but I can tell you that the team producing this knew what they were doing. I think they got some really great content. I'm excited to see what that Chevron marketing team puts out. In the meantime, these are some of the behind the scenes looks you get to see from me. I'm running every day a new video for you, and you are getting to see a glimpse of what my life is. So far, since we've started this 30 and 30, we've been to Arkansas, we've been to the campground, we've reviewed some motorcycles, now we've filmed with a Chevron marketing team, and tomorrow, I go again. Go, go, go. That's the name of the game between now and October 5th, when we together bring that world record for the largest parade of Harley Davidsons home to America. Y'all, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Stay positive. And remember, whatever struggles you're dealing with in your life tomorrow, don't quit. Because we are not quitters. We are the Americans.